Okay, hello. Can you guys hear me online?
Yes, sir. Can hear.
Okay. Hello. Okay. Sure. Some people got delayed by the jet. So yeah. Cool. Delay jet, all right. So I think we have a bunch of people online. We have I think roughly 10, 15 people here. So welcome. My name is Leo. I'm the founder of this. So Spread Out, we are a
Is the badge from the friend?
hello. Are you saying something? Oh, sorry. My bad. Right. So, need to turn on the camera as well. Cool. Okay. So anyway, my name is Leo. I'm the founder of Spread Out. So we are a founders and builders community. The focus is on Vietnam. So we power Vietnamese builders and founders to build on the blockchain. So this program, the Web3 Buildathon, I think the idea, On and Hill will spend some time talking about it later as well. But I think the idea is for Vietnamese or like Vietnam-focused builders and founders to get a chance to explore, possible models, possible ideas that they can build with Solana. So the idea is that I think the three main topics that we focus on, right? So payment, stablecoin, real world asset, and AI power stuff. So these are things that we recommended people to apply for. But of course, like during the next month that we're going to be working together, you might come out very differently, right? So you might become like a project, a hardware project. Sorry, 1 second. So you might become something else completely, right? So it might become a DPN project, it might become a gaming project, it might become a whatever web project. I don't know. We don't know yet. But the idea is that for the next month, we will be working closely with you to make that happen. So let me just quickly run through like some of the stuff that we have prepared, right? Sorry. Okay. So before I let On and Hill from Super Team to explain like what is Solana and like how you can build with it. So I think the program is straightforward. So we have 4 weeks. So week 1 is this week, and this is why we recommend people to join in person. We're gonna do a lot of exploratory stuff. So again, you might have an idea already. You might not have an idea, or you might have an idea with no product, or you have a product. Doesn't matter, right? The idea is that for next month, we will break it all down. So for example, you might have like say a IoT project, which works really well for Web2, for traditional finance and whatever. But we're trying to do something a bit more tokenization related here. So think about, so you're gonna go through the process of thinking about like how you can apply this for blockchain, and how do you make money from this? How do you turn it to a sustainable business on the blockchain, on Solana, right? So we're gonna spend a lot of time talking about some of the basic stuff. Like for today, we're gonna talk about Solana. And then later in the afternoon, we're going to spend a bit of time for everyone to just try their best to explain to me what you are doing. Because again, I think everyone, a lot of people here, they serious business people, right? So you spend years of pitching to traditional investors and all that. But the crypto people is a little bit different. So the crypto investors are a little different. The first thing they care about is like, I don't think they care a lot about the product. They care about the viability of the token, the product market fit. So like, how do you make a tokenization project become suitable for for Web3, right? It could come from a Web2 business model, fine, but the idea is how you turn it into a Web3 project, right? So so this is day 1. So day 2, we have Will from Dragon Capital. And this is interesting because like Dragon Capital, if you know Web2, you know traditional finance at all, it's like the biggest asset managers in Vietnam. So they are the number one asset manager in Vietnam. And so what do they do? What do? They manage everything from stock investment to private equities to real estate, manufacturing, you know, like factories and whatnot. And they have about, I think, $20 to $25 billion of asset under management across different funds. $250 billion. My bad. So they have a lot of money, right? They have a lot of assets. So what do they want? What do they want to learn from you? Like, how can you work with them to turn those assets into tokenized assets, right? So on-chain, verifiable, tokenized asset. So that's something we're going to talk about tomorrow. So that's Will. He's a CMO of Dragon Capital. He charged all the marketing and stuff. So he's going to come in and talk a little bit about that. So Wednesday, we have a visit. So we'll go to the ByteDance office. So ByteDance recently acquired a new office in Ho Chi Minh City, 10 floors. So the Nexus building, that in downtown D1, they rented 10 floors in that building. And they have 1,000 employees in Vietnam. So why do they want to work Web3? A couple of things. They want to work Web3 because they care about the cloud side. Okay. One sec. Day one, so we're a bit messy. Okay. So ByteDance, cool thing. They care about Web3 because they want to work with decentralized storage, right? They have a cloud computing arm called BytePlus, which started as an internal cloud computing project, and now it's being expanded. And it's very AI first. So they focus on computer vision. They're building a new LLM together with DeepSeek. And so they want to offer all these things to Web3 companies. So you're building something on the AI side, you're building something on the gaming side, you're building something on computer vision, Gen AI, they want to talk to you. Second thing is TikTok. So TikTok is now opening up for Web3 advertising. So for the last few months, they've expanded their advertising stack to Binance, OKX, Crypto.com, even in Vietnam. And so the next step they want to do, they want to work with broader Web3 companies. So they will send some people in, they will show us the office, and they will talk about how they want to work with you and what can they work with you on. So like, even if you have a game on a blockchain games or like a DeepIn project, doesn't matter. If that doesn't violate their compliance or doesn't violate any rules, they will do it, right? And so another thing is that like in November, ByteDance is hosting a major TikTok events on digital asset advertising, digital asset business, together with the VBA. And this is going to be in Ho Chi Minh City. So we all invite. So that's another thing. And so this is like the very first Web3 event that ByteDance ever hosted in Vietnam. And we are one of the first people who are going to be listening to this. So very selective, right? So don't invite people. You're on the list, you're on the list. You're not on the list, you're not on the list, right? So make sure you sign up by tomorrow. Because I need to send them the list tomorrow. We only have 30 seats. So this room like this, 30 people inside ByteDance office. And so we're going to be just talking about that. Also, no recording, right? So they don't want to show this to anybody yet. And then the rest is pretty straightforward. So Thursday, another stablecoin session. And this is important because I think stablecoin is now the only way that traditional finance institution can work with you. When you look at everything around in DeFi, right? It's either yield, LP, stuff that so it's either like yields or like LPs or stuff that like traditional finance people cannot touch yet. But stablecoin is something you understand. Something they really want to work with you on. So we'll have David, who spent the last 5 years building stablecoin solution for other people. He's gonna come in. He's gonna talk a little bit about like his journey and how you can build your own how you can integrate stablecoin into your business stack, right? And then Friday we'll have dinner. So just like welcome everyone. End of week. Thanks for coming. Bye. But we'll also be asking you to pitch, and this is important, right? Because every week we will asking you to pitch. You'll be doing a lot of pitching, and the reason is we want to make sure that you fine tune your pitch over time. So on when you land on week 4, you already have a pitch perfect demo and everything, and it's ready to go show to investors, right? And so week 2 and 3 is going to be focused a lot on, again, there's always going to be focus on pitch, but also like mixing in a lot of technical stuff. So week 2 and 3, you'll be assigned to mentors. So we have a couple of mentors here. So he also mentor, right? We have a couple here in Hanoi, in Da Nang. So depending on where the team is from, we'll assign you with a particular mentor. And so you'll be working with them to improve your product, your stack, your product demos and stuff. But you also be spending a lot of time talking with some people, like, for example, like about storytelling, about, like how do you pivot, how do you build world-class product. So we get guys who's going to be calling from New York, from Taipei, who will be helping you going through the process of how do you build that sort of product that like the Solana Foundation want to see, right? So the global Solana team want to see. So I'm going to skip all the way through. Oh, and by the way, every Friday there'll be a pitch. It'll be online, but we're inviting seasonal investors from Web2 to come listen. So like, for example, next week, Hoi, who was the investment director of Masan Group, and now he runs his own investment advisory. So they raised $30 million for Hasaki. They raised $10 million for M Village. So very, very serious Web1, Web2 investment advisor guys. He will be calling in and we'll be listening to you pitch. Oh, and private between us. They're advising VP Bank on launching the first centralized exchange in Vietnam. So Koru is a little bit related to Web3 because of that. And that's why they want to do this. So they want to talk to Web3 companies because VP Bank, after they launch the centralized exchange, they will launch a digital asset fund. And so the first thing they want to invest in is Vietnamese companies. So that's another thing that's why they want to join this program, right? So week 3, again, lots of product, lots of stuff. We're also going to have Sebastian Borget, who's the co-founder of the Sandbox. He'll be calling in from Singapore. So he had a presentation in Singapore, but he will probably be calling in either from Singapore or from France. So he'll be spending like 2 hours with us. And he's an investor as well. So he wants to listen to Vietnamese company pitch. And anything interesting related to gaming, related to the metaverse, related to IoT, DeepIn, he wants to invest. So again, it's like a sharing, but it's also a pitch. So he will be listening to you as well. And he'll be listening to a bit of your pitches as well. So there's that. And then we have Bao, who's a ex-investment director of Kyber Network. I'm being Bao. Yeah. So Bao is like he ran Kyber Venture for 3 years. He's a friend of mine. Also, he ran Techcombank family office. Now he's running STI, which is another family office. So again, another Web2 investor, but like he had a bit of experience in Web3. So he'll be giving you some pointers on how do you win over VCs. And then week 4. So week 4 is not much happening. We're doing one session about how do you understand the legal compliance. So let's say you're doing a DeFi business, doing a whatever business, right? And the new decree saying that you're not allowed to do this. Like, how do you understand this? So we have like a lawyer from Singapore is going to be calling in and run through that. And also, like, he's going to run through a little bit about the founder agreement. This is important because as a startup, like, I think a lot of founders don't really care about like founders agreement or like how do you settle dispute between founders. So Mark, he spent the last 7 years doing this. So he'll be helping you understand like why do you have to sign like a founders agreement. Let's say one guy leave, what happened, right? So these are things that we're going to talk about before demo day. And then the actual demo day will be on the 19th, so Sunday. This is another thing, right? So I think during the process, we will see a bunch of people dropping out of the program, and that's completely okay. But on the 18th and 19th, we'll have everyone fly into Da Nang for the weekend, and then we will be meeting a bunch of investors there. We'll be doing demo day there. You will be meeting some of the government leaders of Da Nang, and so we'll be introducing you and these guys. So we have probably some our friends like Dukan and also like others people. I'm working on inviting the deputy chairman of Da Nang to come to the event. So hopefully we will have him to speak a little bit to the founders about like what they expect from the Web3 founders in Vietnam and why should they move to Da Nang and all that. And someone from Da Nang will be sharing a little bit about the tax benefits and stuff like that of moving to Da Nang. So that's the last part. And then after that, again, skip all this. Right, let me go through. So there's a post-program stuff as well, which is skip all this. Okay, here. So after the program, that's another part. So there's this program called Colosseum, which is a global competition by Solana Foundation. It's already starting soon. 3 days. Okay. So in 3 days, well, the program will start, and you are highly encouraged to apply to that, and using the content and the traction, the program you make from this program to apply for that. So the Colosseum is like a $250,000 total, I think total prize.
2 million.
2 million? Oh, okay. So it's $2 million worth total prize business competition. It's called hackathon, but it's really a business competition, right? So you spend like 8 to 10 weeks to just like interact with people online, interact with judges, interact with a lot of Asian people. So during the course of the program, you will also be highly encouraged to participate in that, but on an online basis. And so all the traction, all the progress you made from this program, you can use to apply for that. And so after the program, which is end on was 19, right? So you have about 2 weeks to apply for Colosseum, to finalize your application for Colosseum, and we will help you with that. So we will help you with fine-tuning the pitch and blah, blah, blah. So basically after October 19, you already have a pitch. And so the last thing to do is just apply, right? So this program, near term, is to also prepare for that. And so the idea is to compete on a global scale with other global Solana businesses, and hopefully everyone wins something. And after that, if you want to get more support, let's say you want to fundraise, you want to expand your business, you want to do all these things, then we can also help you with that. And that's something that happened after October, because I think usually the fundraising cycle is like you have November and then maybe early of December to fundraise, and everyone gone on vacation. So the US people went on Christmas vacation, and after that, like, everyone came back for like 2 weeks, and then all the Asian people went on like Lunar New Year vacation, right? So really, you have a span of about a weekend, a month and a half to fundraise before you wait until February, March. So like wait until next year. So that's why from week 7 to 12, which is like from like November to February, you need help with fundraising, we're here for you. And so this is part of the post-program support, right? Of course, like there's other stuff, like you want to join Super Team, talk to Hill, you want to join Spread Out, talk to me. There, and then we hook you up with all these kind of people. I think between the two organizations, we pretty much cover all the major successful Web3 people in Vietnam. So Kyber Network, 98, FC Infinity, Bodai, like all the major guys that you heard of from TV, they're all in the network. And so they literally one message away that we can hook you up with, right? And then of course the other people like in Singapore and whatever. So we help you with that as well. And the idea is just you have to finish the program. So yeah. All right, let me see what else I need to cover. Oh, you have a seat here. Grab one of these later. I have 3 cards. So I think you have like 8 or 9 people who's gonna be sitting here. So please split between yourself. This is for the elevator. So you want to come back after hours, you want to sit, work late, grab one of these. Okay. Let me see what else. I think that's it. Any questions? Good. Okay. Now I'm gonna leave.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
The program start 3 days later from now.
Start today.
I mean the other program. The hackathon.
The application window.
The application. Yes.
So
it's a 1 month. It's from 20. I can't believe we don't into detail.
Yeah. So he will explain later, but basically the part of this program it's gonna help you prepare for other business competitions. So like not just Colosseum, right? But also there's a lot of Solana related program on a global scale. So Alliance DAO, Orange DAO, I don't know what else. Like there's a lot of like opportunity to get money from Solana ventures, like VCs and whatever. The good thing about Solana is like it's actually very hot right now. And actually all the teams are very well funded. So you build a product that makes sense for either Solana itself or for other companies that actually active on Solana. Like the chance of getting invested and getting acquired, getting funding is very, very high. So this program is just really literally like we filter out the best people that we can find who want to be on Solana from Vietnam, and then select the top, say 3 to 5 teams, and then put all the resources into these guys. So that's something that I think An and Hill will talk about a little bit later. Yeah, cool. So let me go check on this. It's a bit hard. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yes.
Communication, how do you guys communicate?
Telegram. So we mostly will be communicating with Telegram. And the reason, again, I think we're going to use WhatsApp as well, but I think the reason why I want to encourage everyone to use Telegram is because Telegram is heavily used by crypto people. So let's say we want to introduce you with like a VC, or introduce you with like some partner on Solana, from a Solana side. Let's say you want to reach out like, hey, I need to talk to Helios, Helium. Helios Lab. So they're like the number one like Solana infra provider. Let's say you guys want to talk to Helios, and we have a contact with Helios, but like these guys will be using Telegram for the most part, or like maybe WhatsApp, right? Nobody uses Allo, nobody use Messenger in the crypto world. So so that's why I encourage everyone to be active on Telegram, using Telegram, even if you are not 100% like you're not 100% on Telegram yet. Maybe start making the switch, right? Okay. Who's that? Okay. Other questions? Oh, by the way, so the list of mentor, the list of expert, the list of people you can reach out to for help is all online. So we have people from BuyPlus, TikTok, whatever. You can talk to them as well on Wednesday, or you will need help. So funny thing is like you want to run advertising on TikTok. Our contact at TikTok can help you with that, because she's moving to Beijing for 6 months, and so she's looking for like a fun gig to do while she's in Beijing for training at the ByteDance headquarters. So she's like, oh, any companies that want to run like advertising on TikTok, let me know. I can run a free session for them. So like free advertising, free advice on running TikTok campaign. And so I'll introduce her on Wednesday, and so you can talk to her more about that. Yeah. Cool. Questions?
Do we have a copy of this already?
Yeah. I think we have a copy of this on the Telegram chat. So I'll ask Huang for your contact, and I'll add you guys into the group later. And of course, this session is recorded, so we'll be uploading all these content on YouTube. So you can share this with anybody later. Okay. I think that's done for me. An, you want to maybe share a few slides or like maybe a few words about what you expect from these guys?
Yeah, sure. I don't have any slides to share right now, but I will share a few words. So yeah, really excited to have people, everybody here in the program. You know, I see a bunch of recognizable faces and everything like that. The whole idea that Leo, Hugh, and I really wanted to start this program was we wanted to find a group of the very best in the ecosystem that wanted to put their heads down and grind and then put together something amazing, right? The objective of this program is, at the end of the day, to make you guys win something, right? Nothing grows an ecosystem better than having leaders and winners that the whole ecosystem rallies around, right? Back in 2017 through 2020, I think the entire Vietnamese ecosystem rallied around companies like Axie Infinity because they were crushing it in the market. And of course, companies like Kyber and Coin98. And that's really how you build a great ecosystem, where you have successful projects that the entire community can look up to, and then you become kind of like the next mentors, the next companies to inspire the next generation of people, right? we've been competing in various hackathons for the last two plus years, and I think the collective knowledge of the mentors that you have in this program are going to really be able to help hone your skills and get you to the point where you can win prizes where there's no equity involved, and also hopefully get you into one of these big programs, right? Be it Alliance, be it Coliseum, where they're going to write you a $250,000 to $500,000 check and be able to really take your project to the next level. And I think we've got. I'm very confident within this group. We've got 2 or 3 winners in here. So I think one of the most important things that we're going to be able to teach you guys is the ability to tell a great story. And I think the difference between Vietnamese teams who got honorable mentions in the past versus teams that took first or second place at these hackathon competitions is rooted in their ability to, and anchored in their ability to tell great stories. And I think that piece is missing still. And so a lot of the pitching and a lot of the feedback you're going to get is on how to tell a great and a compelling story. So I'm excited to work with everybody here. And hopefully you guys will get as much out of it as you put into it.
Cool. Any questions for him? He's in Korea right now. He'll be back later in the week. So we'll obviously on around at some point, maybe Friday. We have a dinner Friday to just like send everyone off to the week 1. And I think the idea is also for you to give your first like public pitch about what you want to build. And you can do that well, and pitching to investor, pitching to other people should be no problem, right? Any question? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, An. I think we'll leave it to Hiếu to continue with like maybe share a bit about super team and whatever. I'm muốn call,
Oh, yeah.
You can call it as well, and I'll just share the screen there. I'll just pin it. Yeah, here, 1 second. Send to you. Yes. Just share screen.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is from Vietnam. But I think the difference between in real life and online is I think I will bring more favor to people in here because we have a chance to meet each other. Right? So before I get started, because we have a handful of people in the room, really want to know about you guys before I start this. Otherwise, I have no idea who I'm talking to. But should make sense to you guys. Is it okay? Okay, so you.
Yeah, I'm Carl. So I'm currently work as foremost gaming platform. So yeah, I'm hoping to have opportunity to build something. So yeah, great to have to meet all talent people. Yeah.
Okay, so you from gaming industry. You.
I'm a typical guy of reality. Realities, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see. IoT device.
Yeah, guys, I'm Wu Tan from Origin.
Origin.
Yeah, so actually one of the members in this program is who is on career now with Ancient, and I think they're gonna meet each other on the blockchain with career.
From Origin is my very best friend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
so
okay.
yeah, I'm running for marketers for LMG, which is a trading app. So we have a product, and now we are looking for the go-to-market strategy. So yeah, looking for you guys to have a chance to collab and learn more about ourselves.
Okay, so finance.
Yeah.
Oh, my name is Viv. I'm a co-founder of VIoT Technology with Juan. We are a climate tech company focused on using AI and IoT to decarbonize the industry. So we are at Web 2. We are proven track record, and now we move on to Web 3 to get support.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Mark. I work alongside the gentleman here at the IoT. Relatively new to the project, new to clean energy, but the more I learn about it, I think there's a big opportunity with blockchain and Web3. We're kind of at an interesting stage where we're doing part one of implementing and measuring carbon offset. I think there's a really cool opportunity to build a market, secondary market for that, and a deepening.
Okay.
I'm Ege. I'm coming from Turkey. We found a findable future. So both ML and Launchpad that can try to take on the problem of the on-chain ownership. So we are trying to find a way to provide some sort of ownership on-chain so people can be able to get the shared incentive to from our real community rather than satisfied on the Launchpads. But it's very dynamic to
Thank you.
My name is Arnold, and I'm building a crypto accounting platform on Solana.
Crypto topic.
So, good morning, everyone. I'm Len. I'm from Panama Solution. We are a creative business based in Tennessee. Among with about guys here, I and we are the takers in this room and happy to see on here. And why I'm experienced in Web 2, able to advising, but I'm just a little bit in Web 3. So this is a good opportunity to meet a lot of you guys, and I think through our program, this program, and we will have a lot of opportunity to get on not only the knowledge but also the practical experience and skill in Web3.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm also the teammate of Len. We are in a Manava solution, and we provide some creative solution for Web3 product.
Hi everyone, I'm Thomas. Current VP of Digital Advisors. We are a consulting firm. We've been advising Solana, Sui, Helio, Zeus, Peak Network, and I'm also the founder of Crypto Football Night. Basically, we will host a football match at every Web3 conference that I go to. The next one is going to be a token Singapore. And I'm having an idea about a health program that incentivizes a healthy lifestyle, just like Moonwalk is doing. And yeah, I'm here to turn it into a grant.
Hey everyone, Steve from Milan, But yeah, we see that the world is having more chaos right now, right? So more war, more conflict, something to countries. So I think that the finance system like Swiss or the Visa, Master, and maybe not work in the future. So we have we come here because we do nothing with Solana before. So I will try. And our idea is we will go with idea about the decentralized independent platform.
Okay. Thank you all. I'm sorry for the guys online. I think I will keep this privilege for people in the room. You guys can join later to make it easier to communicate. So my name is Hiếu. I'm from Super Team Vietnam. So I'm an engineer. I do a lot of things over the last 15 years of working. But I consider myself engineer whenever I do management, sales, different things. But I usually tell people that if you burn me to ashes, I still engineer. So that's the reason why when I look at blockchain, it's cloud computing to me. And I'm going to follow that narrative the whole days about Solana, why I think it's cloud computing and why it has a lot of things to do with games, IoT, trading, launchpad, accounting, creatives, whatever. It's cloud computing. And I will tell you what the difference between this cloud computing and the one that we are using. And hopefully that at the end of this, we can look at blockchain a little bit different and see how we can use it. That's one thing about Solana. The second thing is about the structure of the Solana ecosystem. Let me put it here. One is Solana. Two is Solana ecosystem. So it's a little bit like I don't have a slide for this, but I will use this whiteboard to explain to you what it look like. Because a lot of people ask me like, what is Solana Foundation? What is Solana Lab? I heard some people say something coming in the market like finance, like the company, Anza, and all of the things. What are they? How I can navigate between all of the companies in the ecosystem? What are they? How I can get help from them? So I will try my best to explain to you Solana ecosystem in here. And of course, before I go to all of this, I will explain Super Team because I come from Super Team. So what is this? This is the talent layer of Solana. Because again, go back to my, preemptive, Solana is cloud computing. I always tell people that I consider my job is no different from a little bit different, but no like major different from sales manager of Google Cloud or AWS in Vietnam. So I consider that way. Because if you meet the guy who in charge of Google Cloud in Vietnam, he's never go to the street and ask someone like, please use this app because it's used Google Cloud. Do not use this because it's used AWS. That's a stupid thing to do, right? So for us, it's the same. Solana and blockchain is cloud computing, so we only care about founder, developer, and creators. We don't care about end user because in the end of the day, it's you in here building application, building business. It will be the one that take care of end user. We don't. But we provide the cloud infrastructure for everything. And because of this technology, so user a little bit know about what is blockchain, what is Solana, they know about Ethereum, about Solana, and all of the L1. But trust me, I think in the next 12 months, it's going to change. In the next 12 months, everybody is going to use blockchain without knowing it's blockchain. Because there's some have like technical change in blockchain. Quite major thing happened 4 months ago. But I will tell you that in the Solana introduction part. And so what we do is that we try to bring productivity to blockchain. It's not about trading, but it's about how you build applications, how you get jobs and everything. And we support as a producer. I mean, we call all this producer. I mean, someone who produce something and to succeed. And we actually start from India, so in 2021. And the second country have super team is Vietnam, and then German, UK, and so on. Now we're in 13 countries all over the world. So the good thing about super team is whenever we have a problem, we have a global call every Wednesday. We meet with people from 13 countries, and we can ask for help globally. So that is the thing that I want to bring to you as well. We can ask for help from anyone in the world. So we want you guys can access to the support of Solana ecosystem as well. So that's why access super team, get the help you need. And of course, before that, I will show you Solana ecosystem so you can kind of like navigate around and you have idea of some of the name so you can know who to ask. Okay, so in a nutshell, what do? We do event company. I make a joke that now I'm kind of like running event company. We do a lot of events. This is one of the events, but we don't like run this event wholly, but we run through spread out. Actually, super team in Vietnam is very small. We just 5 people. I'm the only one in Da Nang. There are 2 people in here, and 3 people in here, and 1 people in Hanoi. So totally 5 people across the country. And the mandate of super team is every super team globally, we never have more than 5 people. Why? It's very simple. If we have more than 5 people, it's no longer a community. It's a company already. We should have KPI, we should have ranks, we have, oh man, that's corporate. It's not community anymore. And also we born in the bear market and we thrive in the bear market. We thrive when nobody cares about blockchain. So we really want to keep ourselves frugal, small. So when the bear market hit, we still operate because I think every good thing happens in the bear market, not in the bull. In the bull runs, everybody do random things and they get money. People forget about what is like really blockchain stuff. So that's why the mandate is like we're quite small and we can't like do things the way we want. So what we do most of the time is event. It falls into 2 categories. One is learn and another is earn. So we do technical workshop every Wednesday. We have online technical workshop on X for people to learn about technical things in Solana. If you don't follow us, so go to Twitter on Super Team. We have this is kind of like community event. Community mentor, online, offline. This is kind of fall into that category. We also have team-based working group when we have like technical problem or anything interesting, and then people come together, form a group, and we work, have like people work in the group. Can be startup coming from that group, or maybe get funded from the foundation. So we have various team-based working group in our community. And I think in 25th, there will be a reading white paper reading event in Galaxy Innovation in District 9. And they will talk about a new kind of like mechanism for consensus in Solana. And we have acceleration program as well, but kind of like small scale, because our unit of concern is not projects. Our unit of concern is talent. We don't care about projects. We actually don't promote projects, but we promote talents, because in the end of the day, because I'm been a founder for all of my life, my professional life, and I know that founder build things and things go, up and down. So we don't support projects, we would support founder, because supporting projects is the job of people building accelerator programs, job of VCs. We support builders, but later on builder can go to that side. So kind of like how we push in ourselves. That is learn, and earn is some people in here, they don't want to be a founder, but they want to be an engineer. So we have to find a job through our talent.superteam.fund network. And also we have a system named earn.superteam.fund, where you have like, you can compare this to freelancer.com. We have a lot of big work in there for people to earn something. And we also have grant program. So grant, again, is not for project, but let's say you want to do something. Okay, you look at the ecosystem and say, hey, this thing is really stupid, I want to fix it. And now we can give you a small grant for you to get started. So that's the idea, that we support talents, individual talents. So this is how our community look like. So physically, we are just a Twitter account with maybe 6,000 followers, very small, but all real people, because we don't run advertising. There's no bot here. And we have a bunch of Telegram group chat. We have a developer group chat, 266 members. So who will be adding here? Most of the time when I do an offline event, I meet a student, I meet a developer, I will add them in. So I'm kind of like, make sure that you guys, this is real people, the people building something, technical people. At least they know about like what is the smart contract in Solana. So we have like kind of like powerhouse for you guys to use. We also have a member. So Safeguard is kind of like a group chat for entrepreneurs who want to build something. You're not required to be a technical people. 295 members. So people in here, most of the people in here, they in Vietnam, they are Vietnamese, but a lot of people, they come from overseas as well, especially Syria, because we have events and we have foreigner founders come here and they have like the community. So we invite them in. So in here, you can talk about what is the business model to build in Solana, fundraising, all kind of thing in here. And we have a small creative community who will provide like video work, marketing, content, and everything. So this is our community. A little bit like maybe 500 to 600 users in this 3 group chat. It's a lot of overlap. And we, over the last 3 years, we started in 2022. We support over 250 teams joining hackathons and everything. So actually our reach is much bigger than this. And why I mention this, because when you build your startups, I usually say that it takes a village to raise a tribe. Same thing. It takes a village to raise startups, and we have a village in here. And we also, our village is not only here, but also our partner. Everybody in the Solana ecosystem. But I will explain it in the second part of this today. Okay. So some of the number. So this is the number we have from the last 6 months, only this year. So this year we'll be in support 42 new startups in the first half of 2025. And over the 42, we have like 2 startups get investment. One get a Solana Foundation grant. So grant means here they have like they get like nearly $100,000 from the foundation, and it's free. It's just money given away for free for them to build something very crucial for Solana. And these guys is like one dev in Ho Chi Minh City and one dev in Da Nang. And imagine 2 technical guys, 23, 24, and they got $100,000 to build something. So sustainable for them to review in a year. And we have people build sustainable business. They are not necessarily building like software or startup in the scene, but they're providing service for the ecosystem. And we have like other team like Enterprise, LP agent. This guy they build, I think they build LP optimization. This is for people who in the space. I think the volume is more than 200 million now. So this is how we have like build and nurture startups. Okay, we target ourselves here. We are community and talent development, and we care about talent. We don't care about projects in a sense. And then something like this is in the between. So I can prepare you guys to go to our partner in here. So they are Colosseum. So Colosseum originally just a hackathon. Nothing than a hackathon where people try fun things there. But by the end of 2023 or early 24, I think they got investment. They got 60 million investment. So that money is not for them. That money is for them to invest in the winner of the hackathon. So that's why now they sit on this big money. And if anyone here comes from the VC background, you know that the big amount of money is not necessarily make you happy, right? They have to spend. They really have to look for a way to spend. That's why now twice a year they build hackathons. So the hackathons will. So we go to this a little bit. This is so usually around May and around September, May to June, September to October. Wait, no, I should be straight. It's rather like October, November. So around this time, there will be a global hackathon. And whoever win a global hackathon in here will go fundraising around that time. So that's the reason why twice a year we have like pro events based on that timeline. So when you are ready for the fundraising as well. And we also partner with Alien DAO, Orange DAO, Network State, and a lot of other kind of like VC programs. So the idea that we don't do this for fun. We do this so in later on you make a living. You build a successful company, you do fundraising, and then you can go your own way with Solana. So what? So is Super Team a company? No, we are not a company. So we are put it that way. We are non-profit. We take no money from anyone. There's no income. We take a grant from Solana Foundation, and we do this. So everything we do is for free, but it doesn't mean that we do it for everyone. Program like this is highly selected, and we just spread out and lump to Harvard to select the best, and hopefully we can get something out of this. And I'm sure that we can do it because we look at the profile of everyone in here and we see that there's no reason why we cannot be successful with these people. And we can introduce you to like all of the investor network in our ecosystem as well. So Colosseum is the largest hackathon in Solana. They are online global hackathons in 2022. And they do 4 global hackathons, 70,000 viewer, 5,000 project launch. And the winners, they launched total 600 million. So those are winner of the Colosseum. Those are the alumni. So the idea that because the alumni, they did so good, now we try to bring new people in this program. And the thing is, if you win, then you get a ticket to San Francisco. So the idea that this is a card, right? This is a funnel, right? And we have people from all over the world compete, and there will be winner in here. But some of the winner, now they will negotiate. If you like them, if you agree with the term sheet and everything, you go to San Francisco in here. And beside the $250,000, you go to San Francisco. Put it this way. I think now you have San Francisco and New York is the new crypto capital. If you build tech, San Francisco. If you build financial application, New York. So that's like what I see now in the landscape. To be honest, I think Silicon Valley is, people say everything is online now. Is Silicon Valley relevant? I do believe it's still very much relevant. But the world is a little bit flatter because of things like Super Team. We bring people in. So consider us as a zip line. We launched you from here to where the opportunity is. And it's San Francisco and New York. And yeah. Okay. Come to the definition of Solana. So for us, Solana is cloud computing network. This cloud computing work a little bit different from whatever we are knowing. I think I will spend like maybe 1 or 2 minutes to go through this before I go to the Solana and Solana ecosystem. So let me do this. All of these resources is open for everyone to see, so you can collect this from long later. So first of all, if you try to build application on blockchain, this is the kind of like the magic word I try to tell everybody. Forget about finance, because finance is one of the applications. In the end of the day, is decentralized or distributed supercomputer or its special purpose cloud computing platform. Let me put it this way. We all know about this, right? This is very popular, even you are technical or not. Today, when we build an application, we actually ran some computing for Google Cloud or Amazon Web Service, right? But before today, because my first startup is around 2009, I built a website with actually a social network for students. And what we do is that we go to Viettel DC data center, and we actually have to rent a computer there. A physical, like it's literally a computer. I buy a computer, I put that, and I pay them like 3 million Vietnam dong per month to make sure that it have internet, it have everything to make sure that the computer online 24/7. So if I want to build a website back in 2009, I have to do everything from system admin to take care of literally of the computer. But the only thing I don't have to do is like go there and check if the power is go down, if the building is on fire or not. They will have it for me. But then fast forward to 2015, we have cloud computing. And now if you want to build a website, the only thing you have to do is like rent a virtual computer somewhere. And you never know which way, like they say that it's like some in some certain geolocation in the world, right? But in the end of the day, we rent the computing, we pay it monthly. And the business model is this. The business model is this is the people who run the real thing. The people who run the data center, they do have a computer there. We are here. We are the developer, we are the application in here. And this is the end user. The model is always we pay this. The money goes this way. This guy pays this guy, and this guy pays this guy. That is the model for the last 20 years, 30 years. Blockchain is going to flip that model. Now, it changed a little bit. So this is what we call the client server model. There's another kind of like computing model that was very popular, which is peer-to-peer. So if anyone here know about BitTorrent or kind of like peer-to-peer network, it's just a network of computer when kind of like two computers talk directly to each other. Blockchain is a mix of that. We are here. And these computers, they are server. But instead of like we rent a server, the application, the founder, we have to rent a server, we rent nothing. What we do is that first, the network is run by itself. They have a network computer, few thousand computers that synchronize all over the world. Let me click on this and show you how it looks like. So this is zoom in a little bit. No. You see this? So this is Solana in action, like right now. So right now there are around 1,000 computers all over the world, based on your definition. But let's say 1,000 computers all over the world, they are connected, and every 0.3 or 0.4 seconds, all of these 1,000 computers they share the same memory. So that's how blockchain works. It works in the sense that we have 1,000 computers all over the world share the same memory. So let's say I'm here, I'm from Vietnam here, and I interact with one of the validator in here. I change something in the memory of this validator, of this computer, and then that change is kind of like replicated all around the world in 0.3, 0.4 seconds. That's how blockchain model works. It works very different from the Web 2 model, because in the Web 2 model, what we do is that we rent one computer. In here, we don't rent one computer. What we do is that whenever we, the founder, we build something, we upload the data into one of these computers, and then it kind of like replicated 1,000 times all across the world. And then if we disappear, the program still runs. So in Web 3 model, the way it works is not like this anymore. It's rather like this. So this is still the people who run the real thing, the validator guys. and we are the art people here. We upload our program once, and we pay for. I mean, I upload some file here. I upload my program in here. I pay for it. But whenever user they have like they interact with my program, they pay to the infrastructure directly. They don't pay me anymore. Like this is optional. You can ask me to. You can program in a way that the user pay you, but actually, the kind of like compulsory is this guy pay this guy. So it changes the business model. Look, it is like you pay this guy and this guy pay this guy monthly. So this is kind of like the frequent in here, maybe subscription. The frequent in here, like based on how you deal with your customer, right? The frequency when you to pay in here is pay or yearly, but the frequency in here, like you pay once. You pay only when you build or update the program, and user pay every time they interact with it. That's all. That's how the model works. This is going to change a lot of things you know about cloud computing and kind of like what application you can deal with it. If it's too technical, please ask me, because I think this is very fundamental. Because the moment you get to know this, then there's some consequence that I think is very, very important for you to get it. One, in the traditional cloud computing network, the developer are the dog, right? So whatever the user see in here is owned by the developer. He can change whatever he wants, because in the end of the day, he is the one paying for this computing and this storage. He change whatever he wants. You can say that's a legal violation or something you have to follow, but it doesn't make sense. But this model is a little bit different. Whenever the developer uploads some program in here, then he cannot change it the way he wants. No, he cannot. If he build a logic and he say, okay, this program has to follow a certain logic, he cannot change it. Nobody can. Except that 1,000 or few thousand people that run the network agree to each other that they want to change it. But the existence of Bitcoin and everything proved over the last 13 years that is not going to be the case. If it is there, it is there. So for the first time in mankind, we have a way to build something that is neutral, that is out of the reach of the developer. There's no human to decide what program in here, how it runs. It runs the way that you decide it run, like today. Tomorrow, if you change your mind, good luck with it. You cannot change it anymore. So kind of like whatever program you run in here, it runs on its own. So that's the reason why a lot of applications of blockchain today, we talk about banking and finance and everything, because the logic for banking is quite simple, right? It's just like you transfer money from one account to another, and nobody wants to change that logic. And the reason why all of the current banking system is so complex, because they have to build a whole, technical system to make sure that everything works perfectly as it say. And it takes a lot of work. In here, now the network takes all over the work. You don't have to do that. You just think about the logic. And that's why it makes blockchain, to be honest, 10 times easier to build rather than like traditional Web2 model. But the only thing is like, you have to know what to build. That's all. So I don't want to get bored you more with this thing. Let's get to the exciting part that I think everybody is asking for. What is Solana ecosystem? If I build in Solana right now, so how does it look like? How can I get the heck? So in Solana right now, there's a few things you might want to remember the name. There's a few entities you might want to remember the name. One is Solana Foundation. Solana Foundation. So what is Solana Foundation? Solana Foundation is a non-profit entity in Swiss. So they are not American. They're in Swiss, and their job is support the ecosystem. They run by a lady named Lily. You will know her name, and I think that's going to be important. Like if you do fundraising, if you go to events, look out for people from this, because they are very small team. I think quite small. And what they do is the kind of like they are the connector for the ecosystem, but they don't have the power to say where the ecosystem go. No, they don't have that power. The second name you might want to remember is Solana Lab. Maybe it looks a little bit confusing. What is different between Solana Lab and Solana Foundation? But the difference is very big. This is the US company. have nothing to do with this. Originally, the leader, the foundation of the founder of Solana is coming from Solana. He had a seat in Solana Foundation, but not anymore. So now they completely two different entities, one in Swiss and one in US. And what do? They do few things. They produce the phone. You can see that if you go to Twitter right now, they're selling a lot of phones, Signal phone and everything. So if you build an mobile application using support, do not go to Solana Foundation. It doesn't make sense. Go to Solana Lab. That is the Solana mobile team. And what else? They maintain few open source repo to maintain the kind of like the software to run in here, to run in the kind of like the server here. Another company that doing that is Anza. And kind of like they do the same thing. Same thing with this and this. And another one is Jump Crypto. I never interact directly with Jump Crypto, but I do interact with Solana Lab and Anza. And Anza, they have a bunch of people in London as well. So it's kind of like American in London. Jump Crypto, I have no idea. So this is three main company if you want to kind of like interact with this layer. You want to interfere with the validator program. Why is it important? If you build something to do with high frequency trading, probably you want to talk to this guy. For example, one of my friends, he's building a new perp deck, perpetual decentralized chain. And in order to do that, he worked very close with Anza. Why? Because he built, instead of like building a smart contract that upload to the network, he built one extension to this computer. And now he created some kind of like, I have no name for it. It is not really a smart contract, but it's kind of like, it's not really a validated program as well. It's not really like only program running on this, but a mix of that. And they promise that they will provide a NASDAQ experience for perpetual exchange. So if you want to go into that rabbit hole, that is three names you want to know. Next, if you want to know what is the future for Solana, like how Solana will be in 6 months, in 12 months. So this is a company you want to look out for, and also you look out for this. Go to AI, ChatGPT, and ask about SIMD, Solana Improvement Document. So whatever thing happened in Solana have to go through this. It takes 6 months to a year to get approval. So if you want to look at the future, you want to know how future look like, read this. Because it takes 6 months to a year for anything to get approved. So people tell me that Solana, like blockchain is moving very fast. I say no, slow, very slow. Even for Ethereum, 2 years. Any improvement take 2 years to 1 year to 2 years for Ethereum. 6 months to 1 year Solana is not going to get faster because whatever technical change, you have to go through all of the guy who run validator. So this is usually a source of innovation for me. If you want to promote you guys to do something that will be relevant in the future, I will look into this. And to me, this is my kind of like bread and butter.
What does that stand for? Solana
Improvement document. Let me show you. So it will be very boring. It leads you to a GitHub repo. It looks quite naive, quite plain. But if you go into this and you read the proposal in here, and for example, like this one, make a big deal. The up and glow in here, quite a big deal. But it takes a while for people to like approve. And the moment they approve it, they change the way that Solana consensus work. It is going to like whoever in the business of running RPC and everything. This is something they have to look out for. Otherwise, they will lose their market. So even this look very, emotional, but this is very important. One of the things that excites me the most is this one. Okay. This one. So this one look very naive, like look very simple. It's a native program for some algorithm, but this one take them like really, I think 1 year and a half, 18 months to approve. And then when this approved, it means that Solana now support fastly. Normally, you have to install a wallet application to use blockchain, but the moment this approved and they go to mainnet 4 months ago, now you can use a phone to interact with Solana. You don't need to install anything. Just open the website, and now you can use your face or your fingerprint to interact with the network. So this is going to make Phantom our business. I put it that way. It's going to make MetaMask our business. It's going to make all of the business, all of the wallet business, which is their revenue is like 200, 300 million a year, our business. But is it not going to like be tomorrow? And these guys are going to adapt as well. But this create new opportunity for you guys to build. So this is the reason why I promote this. Okay, so back to this. So I'm talking about Solana Lab, Anja, Jam Crypto. So this is kind of like the people who build the infrastructure layer for Solana. But other company you might want to look out for, kind of like if you build consumer application, right? And you might want to find how can I go to market? Who should I talk to? Then these are the few names you want to know about. Monkey DAO. It looked quite silly. It just a monkey. Yeah, like this. It look. I mean, it's just a silly monkey, right? I mean, I don't. Why is a book NFT? It's just an NFT collection. Like any other NFT collection, when you see the monkey here, but they are quite powerful, I say. So in Solana, if you want to go to market, if your application have something to do with, let's say, the founder or quite generic, then Monkey DAO is the one you want to go for. And also the second one is Bong. So Monkey DAO, Bong is actually the. I think maybe Long will go back to this in a go-to-market lesson, right? We talk about Solana ecosystem, but I want to give you a few names for you to research. This guy. The silly Bong, but the market cap is like a few billion, I think. 5 billion. Okay. And they have very big ecosystem around developer tool and supporting founder and everything. So Monkey DAO and Bong. Also, where that the NFT of ancient, where that come from? MATLAB. MATLAB is like backpack is another product. So like Monkey DAO, Bong, MATLAB. So if I build consumer product today, I will go for this one. Why? Because I got distribution channel from them. So one trick for me is look for friends in Super Team Vietnam that doing the same thing. I think is David joining us?
Not today.
Not today. Okay, he is in Korea, right? Yeah. So this is a product of someone in Super Team Vietnam, but he's in ecosystem for a while. And if I want to know who is the guy should I go for in Solana ecosystem, my trick is I go here. Oh, they blocked Vietnam.
They decided it.
Yeah, but don't worry, is the list will be down here. See? And we have like top in here, like 3 of this. The few of the things you see, like 1, 2, 3, 4 will be the one that Send AI, Bong, Monkey DAO, and Whiff. Whiff is some silly thing, but they are very powerful. They help a community. If you want to get like 100,000 of users using your product like in a week, then make sure you have a very good partner with 1, 2, 3. Then your go-to-market strategy is have like secure. Like a lot of people come to me and say, I got a product, I want to go to market. Can you talk to Solana Foundation to help me and say, hey, they have no power at all, 0. They might introduce someone, but they don't have that power. That power comes from this guy because Solana is a decentralized ecosystem. Some people hold some part of it. The foundation is actually, they don't have that much power. They have the love, but they don't have the power. But these guys, they have some here on certain field. Maybe other name you will see familiar is Colosseum. So again, this is like VC room, Colosseum, and a very good friend of Solana is what is that? Agenda. There's another guys in the US like Orange DAO or what that the Mountain DAO and everything, but a little bit like far reach to me. I don't have personal experience to explain. But these guys, they are very close. The Colosseum is global, but they go through super teams. They kind of like engage with the whole community, and quite like easy to reach them. Alien now is, I think, in Singapore.
No, it's the West.
Is it US? But they very active within Solana community. Like when if you submit your project to Colosseum, 99% that they will contact you. So a secure way for you to kind of like get funding Solana is like go to our partner. The name list will be expand in our session. Today I just want to give like a brief overview. There are other companies that you probably want to have like partner with if you want to build kind of like infrastructure, right? Maybe yes. But I have a better name for you. Go try that. Why? When I do partnership, I don't go to the team. I go to the without the follow up. This is the first guy. This is the second guy. They are hungry. Helios, they are hungry, but they're quite full. Triton, small company in Europe, very hungry and very well connected with Makita. So Triton may be the one that I really suggest people to. Maybe if you do research on the internet, maybe you go to QuickNote or Alchemy and everything. But if you go to that company, they quite like generic. You get the technical, but you don't get the love. When you go to Triton, I think you will get the love from the Makita community. So that's how I advise people to navigate Instagram. And what else? So I think this is the few names that I want to put you to notice. So knowing this few names, create a Twitter account and follow this guy. So tomorrow your newsfeed will be like Solana only, and you have like know who to talk to in the ecosystem. So this is the ecosystem 101.
Okay, just to add to that, right? So I think one of the things about Colosseum this year, and maybe we'll do a Colosseum workshop as well. Just about like how you can do well in Colosseum, in the Colosseum hackathon is being online documentation of what you build is important. So let's say like through Twitter, through LinkedIn, through Telegram, whatever works, right? So make sure that for next month, if you're still with us at the end of the whole month, make sure you already have like the detail, like accounting of how you go about building your product, where are you, where you started. So one thing that they'll be looking for in Colosseum, as I understand, that they'll be reading through all that. So tweet a lot, post a lot on LinkedIn, tag the villages from Colosseum, and I think we'll do a Colosseum workshop maybe 2 or 3 to help you guys prepare for that. But I think a secondary goal of this program is to get everyone ready at least for Colosseum, because again that's a good way to apply, get some funding, get your project rolling, even if you don't have any funding yet, or you already have funding as well.
I think we don't have like why the timeline. Well, I delete the timeline, but the timeline is important because we don't only target at Colosseum. So if you put on perspective, this is kind of like October, November. This is like May, July kind of thing. Kind of like the winter fundraising season and the summer fundraising season. There's 2 windows for you guys in here. It's around kind of like this. You wait after this, and all of this will stop by 2014 breakpoint, right? This year it will stop at breakpoint. So there's few Solana events you might want to remember the name. One is breakpoint. Another one is Apex, somewhere here.
Apex Summits is next week.
Yeah, Apex Summits in Singapore. And but I think this is not the big one. The big one is this one.
Yeah.
Once a year, the whole Solana ecosystem will go there. To be honest, I'm not a good traveler. I don't travel a lot, but everybody wants to go here.
Is that in the US?
No, this one is this year. It rotates all around the world. This will be Dubai. Last year is Singapore.
So November, December?
No, it's December. Like
mid-December.
Mid-December. Like it's not every fundraising you do, you should stop there. Otherwise, too late.
Okay. Yeah.
So the common thing people don't know about is that I think investors work year round, which is not true. VCs and investment funds in general work 6 months out of the year. Well, I mean, they still scan for deals and stuff, but I think they're only going to close deal either Q4 or Q2. Sometimes on Q1. If you're an Asian fund, most of your deal will be closed in Q4 and Q1. If you are a US-based, European-based hedge fund, most of the deal will be closed in Q4 and Q2. The rest of the year, they either travel to work, to meet deals, to screen for investment, or they just travel for fun. I met hedge fund managers who work like 3 months out of the year, because that's the only do for 3 months. The other 9 months, their team got their work cut out for them. So the decision makers, they will only be active for a very slow span time span. So make sure to plan your fundraising accordingly. Don't just go out there blindly. Don't just go to any event, right? The 99% of these like so-called like investment events are bullshit. This is a lot of networking and shit. It just didn't get you anywhere. Focus on your product, focus on your pitch, focus on your story, and your go-to-market strategy. I think those are really what you need to focus on, and the investment will come.
Yeah, so that is the kind of like the timing. This is the timing, and if you build for Colosseum Hackathons, we bring you to the investment kind of like season. Actually, we don't have to do anything. If you build it within that time, we will promote you on our Twitter account, on every Solana kind of like media platform, and investors will come to you. That is what happened to every team that joins Super Team in kind of like Colosseum season. The second thing is you have to know who is kind of like in what state, right? Colosseum, they're only interested in very early stage. If your startup is already funded, they will reject. Why? Because that is the mandate of their fund. But if you already have funding, you want to look out for additional funding, and then will be other names. I think that will be out of my expertise already. I think Long when is from VC space, he will tell you like who to go for. For me, my job is like bring people from the individual talent to VC, so it's only the early stage. I think if you have this name, follow them within a week, you will know what is. You will notice some name people constantly share their tweets, things like that. You know who to go for, so I have to ask them. So that is the things. So yeah, to sum it up, the last thing. So don't hesitate to ask me anything. I don't want to like just talk like this. The last thing I want to share is this. So what to be on Solana? I meet a guy from Cosmo Lab 2 days ago. And I told him like Solana blockchain is cloud computing. He's like, oh, this is an interesting perspective. Wow, you don't think it this way? Then how you build things? Then you just focus on finance. I say, no, it's not only finance. For me, there's 4 categories, at least 4 categories for you to be on Solana. And I try to make it relevant to all of you here. 1, Solana as cloud computing platform. So I split it into 2 parts. 1 is Solana for critical data application. And second, it is infrastructure project. For now, bypass this is for nerd, like for people who try to improve the network and everything. This is 1B. We have a good chunk of people like this in Super Team Vietnam as well. If you really want to go down the rabbit hole, want to see how Solana work and want to have like build something that improves Solana, then we have around 10 people in Super Team Vietnam, really good at this. And they either get funding from Solana ecosystem or they like work with the foundation team to building something for the ecosystem. So we do have manpower here. But I think 1A will be something that you are interested in, especially if you work in IoT. So let me tell you a story. So last year I was in London, and I think I tell this story all over again, like maybe Long already memorized. So last year I was in London. So there was a crisis. Have you ever go to bank? Have you ever go to a blood bank? Or have you ever donate your blood? No. Blood. Yes. How do hospitals give it?
I don't know. I didn't do it in the hospital. I just did it at the blood clinics. Good question. I don't know.
Okay, let me tell you how they did it. So, I only know it because there was a crisis, and the crisis next to, not really next to my home, but next to my school. So there's something called blood bank. Blood bank. So whenever you hear you go to hospital and you donate your blood, they will take your blood. That's the first thing. Second thing, they test it. The third thing is they're going to receive, send you a certificate, right? Like I already donated blood and everything. And after that, they will remove your identification from the blood. Why? I asked people why, and they told me, like, not in the UK, but in here, they don't want the blood debt. Blood debt.
Yeah.
Look, if I donate the blood to the hospital, and now there's some way for you, like, and you use my blood, so you own the blood. So this is some cultural thing. People really want to avoid this. They don't want to. Someone go to someone on the street say, "Hey, you have blood debt to me." This is the same thing with doctor. Doctor, when they do something with the patient, they have to follow a protocol. Why? To make sure that if the patient died, the doctor is not going to try. Otherwise, you got a blood debt to me. Like you killed my mom, things like that. So that is the reason why they have protocol and everything in place. So whenever blood is stored in a blood bank, there's no human identification. They have to do that. So what you have is that when you say that this blood is in slot, let's say 1,001 in a big repository. This is the slot. It 300 milliliter of blood, and the type is maybe O, A, B, A, and B. Right? It's only for blood type. This information, technically, this information is very small. And what they do now is they keep this information in the hospital. And what happened last year, you still can research it on the internet, is this. This. Because what happened is the hacker, they encrypt that information. And now you have a lot in your blood bank, but you cannot use it. Because you have no idea that when this information is deleted, you have no idea what is blood in here. And you don't want to test everything again. It costs a lot of money. It's slow as well. So my question is, why don't we store that information in blockchain? So now let's go to this. So this is something I call blockchain for critical data application, because this information is critical. One. Second, it is very cheap for you to store this information in blockchain, especially in Solana. I think it costs like just a few cents for you to store this information on blockchain. And actually, it reduces your operation costs because you don't have to maintain a server, you don't have to maintain IT service and everything. I don't think like a hospital will do a really good job at managing IT specialists. I think they will do it through a partner, right? And you have to rely on the partner to make sure that everything working. But now, if you just store information in blockchain, then no hacker can encrypt it. It's public in nature already. Second, it's like it's always available there for you to read and use that information. So if you have public information that is critical, then you can use blockchain for it. The second application that you can see is in Vietnam now. So you see, we are merging all the province, right? Whoever working in logistics will have a very hard time to map between the new and the old one. So why don't we just like store that information on blockchain? I don't mean the real information, but the encrypted version of it. I mean, technically, it can be some solution to make sure that when you change the kind of like the registry, it's easy for everybody to get it. So this is critical data application. But now let me go to IoT. So I know Viv is doing IoT in here. You already have a network for you to let me try to explain what you are doing for people in here. So what is this? And how can I connect to internet with this one? To network, right? And the network we are using today is actually the 4G or 5G network. But the problem with this network is it consumes a lot of energy. So from how long you have to charge your phone? Once a day?
3 times a day.
3 times a day. Okay. What happens if I want a device that connect to a network that constantly send information to the network about the consumption of my this air condition? I don't want to recharge it 3 times a day, right? I want just to set it up and forget it for like 10 years. Then this network is not good enough anymore. And his company, what he's doing is he called LoRaWAN. Anyway, I don't want to technical detail. The thing is, it looked like this network, but then the IoT device can survive for like 6 months. I do a research and they say that if you have an IoT 5 years, 5 years, yeah, but I do research and I ask ChatGPT if I have an IoT device that is run only a 9-volt battery, which is very small. How long it lasts? 6 months. That is crazy. So that is the idea that now you can have IoT device just hanging around and it connects to the network, and now it record information about the environment around you and send it to a network. The question is, you really want to validate those information. You want to maybe create a report about whatever is measuring around you, and maybe you want to print a carbon token of it. So that is where blockchain comes in. Now you can connect the network that he has with blockchain. You're not going to store everything on blockchain, but based on the customer specification, the business model you want to build. So some information they will store on blockchain, and later on you can use it to print carbon token. So kind of like someone doing something that reduce, because he has over the IoT device, so he know the baseline of the, let's say, the carbon emission in the city. Now you do something, you reduce it, he can prove it because the data is already there. You can bring carbon credit and you can sell it for extra revenue.
Yeah.
So that's how blockchain is going to be relevant in IoT. It has nothing to do with token at the beginning. At the beginning, it's not token. At the beginning, it's just like critical data application. It's blockchain for you to record data.
Yeah.
And I think that is the business model I want to make you think of it. I think that's will be something interesting for Solana.
Yeah.
The second,
also,
yeah.
just to add on, we also add another layer of smart tracking, asset tracking. Yeah, because from then, you can actually track all the asset everywhere.
Okay.
In real time.
Now you can actually monetize your asset, right? Because now I have my assets is around. I cannot monetize it because nobody will like loan me money of those things. Now if I have real time information about the machine and everything, I make a loan. I can make a loan. I can borrow money.
So basically, with our smart assets, we can track is one thing. We can also track the health of the assets, like the machinery with the IoT, or whether it's going over the heat, or it's broken or something. It actually can alert. From there, you can actually, the bank would really like to have that information.
Yeah.
So like you have a car and you get that IoT device on the car, and then you can actually, for example, if a customer, they want to do some sort of like collateral with that car,
Yes.
then they can have your IoT device on the car to actually get the loan, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because they can actually
Like
predict the
insurance,
conditions,
like,
and stuff like that.
financing the equipment. You can get that from there.
Yeah. Okay, that is IoT. Let me go to games because Super Team Vietnam is very big on games. So everybody know about GameFi, right? But we are not talking about GameFi. I think for me it's just another Ponzi. So what is game has anything to do with blockchain? Let me show you this. So I use this a few weeks ago. It's just a proof of concept. Okay, no, let me go to this. So what I viewed a few weeks ago is just a Tetris game. So this is just a Tetris game. But I kind of like rethink about games because today you do games for players, right? But this is not really the case. Today we do games for streamers and fun. Have you ever watched TikTok when people stream games?
Yeah.
How do they interact with the streamer? The comment, right?
The comment section.
The comment section.
Yeah,
they
like
can
a
teach,
live
right?
Yeah.
But the only thing they can do is interact with the streamer. Question: can they interact with the game? I mean, I'm watching the game. Now I can interfere with the game. So this is what I do. It's very easy. I just take 2 days to do this, but I think let's go to YouTube. It's easier. I record it. Okay, this is here playing Tetris. Let me screen it. So if you watch this, so I'm playing Tetris in here. I'm streaming my session, and the thing is, someone else watching this, and he can perform a blockchain transaction. And what he do, he change what is the next piece is going to drop. So now I can play games, and somebody will pay a little bit blockchain fee to mess up with my game. Think about this is not Tetris, this is Mario. Do you play Mario? And Mario is playing, and something dropped from the sky, and that is designed by the fan, by the people who watch the stream. Why blockchain? Because if it's not blockchain, then building this is very complex. For me to build this, I have no server. I build only the Tetris game. So you can see all the kind of like the last action in here. Who is dropping this? Last bit is changing. You see it? Last bit is this, and someone changes this. So someone's messing up with the blockchain and change my game state. So the idea that maybe you build some game and you rethink the game instead of like only building the game for player. Now you build the game for streamer and the fan, and you build this without thinking about networking, about infrastructure. Zero. Everything is done through the blockchain. You can have like 1,000 or 10,000 people messing up with your game memory, and you don't have to do any infrastructure because it is already done by the blockchain. And we have one guy in the cohort is trying to build a platform on it, but I do believe that this can enable like maybe 10 platforms because there's so many ways for you to approach this. Some people will try to like you have a coin and you buy more coin, and then different thing will drop. Sometimes you can drop like a monster, sometimes you drop more weapon. But you can actually build like P2P game, like 2 players playing, streaming that they are fighting. You play Mortal Kombat, and you can support 1 player and you can drop more. Okay, this is a real life Hunger Game. You know Hunger Game? Hunger Game is very famous TV series. So we can build Hunger Game on blockchain very easy. Maybe you streaming people playing football and advertising on the stadium is really a state from blockchain. Everybody can compete and bidding for the advertising on the game real time. So this is the power of blockchain, and that's how blockchain relevant to game. It is not only token, but we use blockchain as cloud computing platform, and we use the financial part of it because whenever people do the transaction, we will take some fee, and we can split the fee to the game developer. One of the reasons why we come up with this because the people we talk to, they build game for the last 10 years, and they say that the game industry is stagnant. All the famous game you play today is sometimes like 20 years old, older than the player. We don't see new game coming that and become success. And this might be a new way for new game to become success because it's new kind of entertainment with the help of blockchain as cloud computing platform. So this is good. Now let's go to the next thing. Let's go to the. I don't want to talk about trading because blockchain is like very, very innovative on trading, right? You can see so many use cases. But let me talk about creative a little bit. So this is one of the platforms that I really like, and they are quite famous in Solana as well. They're called Time Rock Fund. So what are they doing? So what they do is like have you ever do consulting work? So when you do consulting work, one of the biggest questions is like, how do I track customer? So I charge like $10 per hour, or $10 like $100 per hour, or $200. I have no idea. So what they do is now every creator, you can issue a token in here and people trading. And now you can know how much it takes for people to get 1 minute with you. So they
so how people can verify the creator behind the.
No, I don't need it because if you don't buy token for fun, right? You buy token because you want to talk to these people, so you have to validate it. So validation is not their concern; it is your concern. Just like how did you know that 1 token is real? And the way they do is whenever you have, for example, this is a co-founder of Solana Lab, and I do believe that the market say that nobody care about tech because token price going down. Nobody want his time. If someone is doing tech, maybe want his time to talk about some technical thing, but I do believe that not a lot of people want it. And then how you can burn the token? You burn the token through putting the code in here or messaging people. So this is a real-time, the real-world use case of the creative economy. Anyone can issue your own token to let other book them. But I don't think this is a product. To me, time of fund is a demonstration of an industry. Look, the thing is, if you go to this website, you can see that they put everybody in the same page. This is a KOL. This is a hardware engineer. This is another CEO, and I have no idea about this guy. Everybody in the same UI. Second, the only thing you can do is taking a call or messaging. If I have very good developer in here, what I want is like maybe they work with me on the project. I mean the coding. I can share my screen. They can code on the project with me, along with me. By working together for 1 hour, I can learn a lot from that guy. And the user interface should not be this. It should be something else. If you're serving maybe a fan or let's say music talent, right? You have your idol in here, and maybe you don't want to message or call. What is your favorite band, musical band? Okay. Do you want to talk to them or do you want to sing along with them? Maybe you want different user interface. So the idea that for me, this is just like a proof of concept about one industry. This is not a product to me. They just show us that this is feasible. And the news that they have recently is this guy, he earned $100,000 through the commission fee. So the commission fee you earn when people really burn the token to talk to you. So he's hot. So actually people who care about marketing. He's a very good marketer. So yeah. So creative economy, I think blockchain have a lot of things to do with it. So go back to this. I think that there's a lot of things you can do with blockchain, either for critical data application that I showed you here, or like internet capital market. The thing I'm just talking to you about time token and everything, it's just like you issue asset on chain and now you trading it. More traditional thing like trading, like we already talking with bank in Vietnam. They are very interested in talking to people in here to review things. I can literally use some information that they already requested within the support. Go and silver tokenization. Because in Vietnam, before this year, Go is like monopoly by one or two companies. Now it's no longer the case. And bank they actively ask us to find a partner to do gold tokenization or silver tokenization. Because they see a chance, they see a market there and nobody is there yet. So issue asset on chain is something that you might want to look for. People might ask me like, why Solana? Because now we might have like one metric, which is like in a mid chain, and the government say you have to do with you have a centralized chain, right? And you have to trade in that centralized chain. I think that has nothing to do with this application because in the end of the day, if you build on blockchain, you want liquidity from everybody in the world. And in the end of the day, it will be on some public chain. It can be Solana, Ethereum, whatever chain. And you can use like maybe you might have interface to the local chain to do some legal compliance. But most of the work will be where money is, and money will be on public chain. So that's why I think even that law is actually a good news, not a bad news to us, because you have more and more digitalized assets in Vietnam, and now they look for a way to interact with internet. Global capital. I don't want to go further because when you will have this line, you can talk to me. But I hope that I answer some of the things for you today. Just sum up. One, what you can do with Solana, few things in here. And I think some of this will be relevant to some of you in here. And how Solana ecosystem look like is over there on the bottom. So something in here is like to support you. I don't think we have like unlimited resources, but we have a lot.
So user talk to us and make you guys success. Sure.
I think we're on time, so I think let's wrap up for lunch. You staying for we have a pitch session in the afternoon, and the idea is simple, right? I just want to hear how you guys explain what you're doing. So don't worry that you don't have a pitch or you don't know how you want to pitch. Just come. And so we'll meet back here like 1:30 or 2. Maybe let's say 2 p.m. So does anyone have lunch plans, or anyone want to join me for lunch? I think we're just gonna walk to a place nearby. So you want to join for lunch? Maybe meet in the other room, and then I think we wrap up here today. So thank you again, Hill. Joining us for lunch. Yeah. So let's go get some lunch. We'll be back, hang out for a bit, let everyone talk to each other, and then maybe we start the pitchathon, which is like basically I just want to hear what you guys have in mind, like what you want to build and stuff like that, and help you guys articulate a little bit. Because as I said, I think a big chunk of this program is just going to focus on help you deliver your product in a verbal way, right? So no slides, no need to prepare anything. Just come here too and share with people what you're building. Cool. All right, you guys, that's it.
We have a very big event.
Sure.
Run parallelly, so we have to attend the other. So why will be joining online?
Sure. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Can you say that? Okay. Yeah. Okay.